Here's exactly how you can add a webinar funnel to your stack in 7 minutes. So first things first, I wanted to break this myth that some of you guys might be thinking that, running a webinar is going to fuck up your VSL funnel and, people won't be booking calls anymore. And it's just going to absolutely, destroy your VSL funnel. It's actually the exact opposite, and I've got this from, people that are making 500K every single month and have been running webinars and VSLs for the last year all together. And they've always printed with Webbies. So why is it actually the opposite? Even if people don't actually convert on the webinar, you just build an insane amount of trust and you just give out a lot of value. Since they're on average, they're spending 1 hour and 10 minutes with us on a webinar. So instead of them just watching your 5 minute, 10 minute VSL, they just get a lot more value, and it builds again a lot more trust. And actually, the result of running a webinar is always the opposite. The person who I was talking with actually saw a crazy boost with every other funnels, whenever he ran a webinar actually, because Meta right now, which I think Daniel Fazio is running it, he just runs every single funnel there is. The more options you give to the people, the more funnels you give, the more things that they can, look at, the better, because, we're in a very trust recession phase. Is that what the thing is called? Yeah, simply, a lot of gurus out there, people don't trust you that much. Webinar is a perfect way to gain that trust. And, again, if you run more webinars, people have more stuff to look at, the better. So yeah, that's why, it's an absolute myth that a webinar funnel is going to fuck up your VSL funnel. It's the exact opposite. People are actually gonna, be booking more calls even after that, because yeah, they've been able to, watch you long form, they trust you, you've given them value. And yeah, again, even if they didn't convert on the webinar, you still have better chances on converting them with a VSL funnel afterwards, because they're just a lot more nurtured. So yeah, I just wanted to break that myth real quick. Now, again, I've said this a couple times, but if you've been running a VSL funnel for a while, trust me, there's a big pile of people that just simply don't want to get converted by your VSL funnel. Yeah, they just, they're there, they're watching your content, they know about your offer, they know there's the book a call option, but they just are not ready to hop on a call with, a sweaty closer that's gonna push them to sell their kidney. So they're simply not ready. And trust me, there's a lot of them. And if you just introduce a webinar, just a different mechanism, they are gonna hop into it, and you can just pretty much clean up all the rest of just your audience overall that are not ready for the VSL funnel, that didn't close on sales calls, that opted in, never booked a call, etc., etc. So yeah, perfect cleanup mechanism. This is actually how you run it. So when it comes to the tech stack, you actually don't need that many stuff. If you're already running a VSL funnel, you're pretty much set. So we run most of our stuff on Go High Level, and that gives us the SMS, the email automations, all the pre-call, post-call, pre-webinar, post-webinar stuff. We have the CRM. We can dial there for the sales team. We can book calls on there. We do it through Calendly, but you can do pretty much everything through Go High Level. You can build the entire funnel on there as well. So when it comes to tech stack, you actually don't need to even add anything if you already are running a VSL call funnel. Next up, you need Webinar Jam or Zoom. That's a place to host the actual webinar. Simple. And lastly, Zapier to connect actually Webinar Jam to Go High Level. Or, actually, if you're running through Zoom, you don't even need Zapier, and you can pretty much just run everything on Go High Level. So that's that. And actually, now lastly, you need Google Slides or Canva to actually create the presentation. So again, super simple, nothing hard there. And yeah, then you can add stuff like a Telegram channel for people when they arrive on the thank you page, where they can join the channel and get extra information, extra testimonials, and just get them more ready to join, to actually attend the webinar. And then you can also add a sales team on the back end, setters to dial up people that have not booked a call at the end of your webinar, or purchased your offer. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all you need. All right, so once you have all these in place, you have everything ready to launch. What you want to do is set 7 to 14 days for the launch, where you'll pretty much just advertise your webinar funnel on every single social platform that you have. So Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube as well. Change all your links under your YouTube videos to the webinar, because YouTube is always growing. You can always get traffic from there. have your reels with the call to action, do story sequences, do email. Just really focus on this. Yes, your VSL call funnel is probably going to be a little weaker at this time because you go really hard on the webinar funnel, but it's very much worth it. And trust me, just push it everywhere, push it hard, and get as much eyeballs in as possible. Now, once you have all the eyeballs, make sure you have proper systems on the back end to make them actually show up, proper automations, make sure there's a lot of places for them to actually add the class to their calendar so they don't forget about it. Have the Telegram channel, post there, hype it up, and yeah, pretty much on the class, you just want to be focusing on being a good speaker, engaging with the audience. So, pop in the chat, do roll calls, have them comment yes, yes, yes in the chat, be interactive, and one thing I'd say, definitely have a Q&A at the end. This is very important because it's basically objection handling on a webinar. So have that. And lastly, have a sales team on the back end to actually dial all the no-shows, all the people that did not book a call, all the people that, did not even hear the pitch, that left before the pitch. And lastly, I'll leave you with some metrics. So if you're running organic only, go for around 40% show rate. That should be where you're looking for. When it comes to book rate, we've been having around 20, but even around 10 is very good. So yeah, those are the two metrics that you should be looking at. Get as much registrants as possible, deliver a good presentation, book calls, and yeah, you'll be pretty much set after that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like, subscribe. Now, obviously, if you want help with all this, I'll leave my socials, my calendar in the description. You can book a call. We can talk about it. I can either just consult for you or, I can do pretty much everything done for you as well. So, hit me up if you want this. And yeah, if you enjoyed, again, subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment. If any questions, DM me, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.